Shortened words used by native speakers, Part 2. So native speakers often use shortened words in everyday spoken English. Example: Mark says, "I need to eat more veggies." More veggies. So what does this mean? Well, this in fact is a shortened word for vegetables. So this is a very good example. And in this lesson, which is part 2, you will learn 12 very common shortened words. Whiz and whiz. This one, W-H-I-Z-Z, this is British English. And this one, W-I-Z, is American English. It's a noun. And whiz are derived from the word wizard. So the meaning is in fact a person who is an expert in something. So someone who has a very high level of skill in something, very good at something. So Jane is a computer whiz. And Mark is a whiz at poker. Okay, so someone who is an expert, very good at something. Legit. Legit. This is an adjective and it means legitimate, which means allowed by the law. It's legal. It can also mean genuine and authentic. So here's an example. This is a legit Rolex watch. Okay, so this Rolex watch is legit. It's genuine, it's authentic. Okay, it's legitimate. Because we can see that it has the official certification. Okay. I didn't sign the contract because it wasn't legit. Okay, so we have a negative here. Okay, so the contract wasn't legit. It wasn't a proper legal contract. It wasn't genuine. It wasn't a real contract. That's what this means. It wasn't a proper, real contract. So I did not sign it. Okay, so legit meaning legitimate. If another example would be a bad investment. If somebody is trying to sell you an investment and you think it is fraud, okay, you think that it is a scam, then we say it is not, the investment is not legit. Q&A. Q&A. This means a question and answer session. So the man says, at the end of the presentation, I'll do a Q&A. I'll do a Q&A. So this means at the end of the presentation, I will answer your questions. We'll do a session where you ask your questions and I will answer them. There are lots of Q&A videos on YouTube. So if you do a search on YouTube for Q&A, you will find lots of videos where the person, the YouTuber, the channel answers their subscribers' questions. Okay, so when you see this in the title Q&A, it means the video is the person answering their subscribers' questions. Aggro. This is an adjective and it means aggressive. So Mark is very aggro when dealing with complaints. Okay, very aggro. So he's very aggressive on the telephone. Limo. Limo. So yes, this is a noun and it's short for limousine. So we see lots of these in American TV shows and American films. Yes, here it is. So it's a large, expensive car, often driven by a chauffeur. So this man here is the chauffeur. A chauffeur is a person who is paid to drive the car. Okay, and usually the passenger will sit in the back. Okay, so we call the driver a chauffeur when it's a very expensive car. Okay. So, an example, there is a white limo parked outside. The actor went to the hotel in a limo. Okay. Pic, P-I-C, pic. This is a noun, and it's short for picture. And in this context, it means photograph. She took lots of pics from the balcony. They're looking at their holiday pics. Okay, their holiday pics. Another example would be you would ask someone, oh, can you please send me the pics? Okay, send me a pic. We often write this, in fact, in an email. We would write it in an email or perhaps a chat message. Okay, send me a pic. Carb. This is a noun, and it means carbohydrate. Carbohydrate. And this is a type of food. So it is a food substance that provides the body with energy. So there are three types of food. In English, we say that there are proteins, there are fats, and there are carbohydrates. Okay, proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. So these foods contain a lot of carbohydrates. Bread, potatoes, pasta, and rice. Okay, so these are examples of carbohydrates, of foods that contain carbohydrates. So two example sentences. We could say, my doctor has advised me to eat more carbs. And Jane is on a low-carb diet. Jane is on a low-carb diet. Notice the expression here. We say, in English, we say that we are on a diet. To be on a diet. Okay? Ref. If you are a sports fan, maybe you already know this word. It's a noun, and it means referee. And the referee is the person in charge of a sports game. So this is the referee, this is the football player, and the ref gave the player a red card. Okay. And here's another ref. The ref blew the whistle at the end of the match. So this is the whistle here, this black thing in his mouth. That's the whistle. And the ref blew the whistle. Blew, B-L-E-W, is the past form of the verb blow. So the base form of the verb is blow, B-L-O-W, and this is the past form, blew. It's an irregular verb. Okay, so the ref blew the whistle at the end of the match. Pro. This is a noun and adjective. It's both. And the meaning is professional. Okay, so professional can be a noun and it can also be an adjective. He is a tennis pro. He is a tennis pro. So this means he is a tennis professional. And here we're using pro as a noun. It's a compound noun. She wants to become a pro golfer. She wants to become a pro golfer. So she wants to become a professional golfer. So here we're using pro as an adjective. Fave is an adjective and it means favorite, the thing or person that you like the most. So my fave snack is peanuts. What is your fave TV show? Okay. intro. This is a noun and it means introduction. And in this context, introduction means the beginning or first part of something. The presentation was interesting, but the intro was too long. Okay, so the whole presentation was good, but the first part, the introduction, it was too long. It was too boring. An essay must have an intro. Okay, so when we write an essay, we must include an introduction. Okay, so that's the end of the video. Here are some other videos which I think you might like.